なんと今回は Google で働くジェフさんにお越しいただいています。ジェフさんはなんと BYU でコンピューターサイエンスの学士と修士号を取られて、その間に Apple と Adobe でインターンシップをされました。その後 BYU を卒業してこちらの Google にやってきました。So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Jeff, what do you do for Google? Like, what's your responsibility?
I'm a software engineer, and I have a couple of responsibilities, projects I work on. The main one is the Google Titan chip. It's a security chip that we designed, and it helps us provide a hardware root of trust for our machines so that we know what's running on them.
Most of the people in Japan, they use Google to search and stuff, but you're doing lots of stuff behind it.
Yeah, a lot of stuff I do is technical infrastructure that most people really won't see, but it helps us stay secure.
Yeah, without you guys, we won't be able to use Google then. That is so cool. Even in Japan, like there's lots of students that they are thinking working for Google is such a very cool job, and then they really want to know how you can get here and stuff. And especially we have lots of questions about being a global person and then working for the world. So like we would love to ask questions from the students, and then we want to discuss more about it.
Okay.
So the first question is, you as a person working for Google, this is such a big company. What do you think? What kind of skills and characteristics do we need to play on the global stage?
I think honesty and integrity is really important. Part of my job is I interview people to come to Google. One of the things I'm looking for personally is, would I trust this person? Would I want them on my team? And they might be a brilliant coder, but if they're a jerk, that's going to factor into it. So being a really good person, trustworthy, layer that on top of all the technical abilities needed to succeed here, and I think that's really important.
Right. That is very interesting because like lots of people tend to think that we need to have skills and lots of high IQ and stuff, but you as a recruiter, you look at who they are as a person.
As much as can be, you only have a short time with each person, but it's just something to take into account. Yeah.
I guess another question we had is, as working for Google, like when do you feel like you really need international mind, like global mind?
Well, some of the people I work with might be in different time zones, so you gotta schedule your meetings accordingly. I think it's also important to keep in mind, internationally minded. What that means to me, I guess, is my own biases, my own understanding of the world is not necessarily the way the world should be or is. It's simply my own take of things because of where I grew up. Someone in a different part of the world might have a completely different outlook on life, and it's not like one of us is right or wrong, it's just different. So that sort of perspective really would come into play when you're designing like a product for users, I think. That's not really part of my job. I'm more technical minded, so but it is something to keep in mind.
Sure, the Google, like their product is for all over the world.
Exactly.
Like, you really need to understand these customers.
And as engineers, we're really weird. Like on the scale of we're super left-brained and all that. So, but our products need to be useful to people who are very right-brained and people who are just so different from us.
That is true. You need to understand those people. It's interesting that Google goes to BYU to recruit students, but why do you think Google goes to BYU? Like why? BYU, I guess.
We get a lot of good recruits out of BYU. I think BYU really attracts the kind of people that are internationally minded, that are empathetic, that are self-starters, that can teach themselves. Because I think what's the phrase, the theme for BYU, like the world is your campus or something? Or go forth and serve.
Go forth to serve.
Yeah. Exactly.
Enter
to learn, go forth to serve. That's it. Yeah. Governments like BYU students as well because they're so they're honest, they're integrity. They don't drink, they don't party. That's something that's really attractive to a lot of employees or employers rather.
So BYU's that rules on accord is really help students to build up that characteristic. So you yourself are BYU student, and how do you think BYU helped you to become who you are right now? Their cultures and people there?
Yeah, I mean, I really valued the people there. Just there wasn't a lot of times when I thought, you know what, I don't like this person very much.
Yeah.
I think just in general, people at BYU are really awesome people. And then as far as the academics go, I did a master's degree after I finished, and it's a very different world as far as what school looks like.
Is it?
And I think it really helped me out to get here. You know, as an undergrad, the name of the game is, okay, I'm the teacher and I'm going to tell you what you need to know and I'm going to quiz you on it. That's how it works. But as a grad student, it's more like, all right, class, what shall we learn today or this month? You know, let's figure out some papers, let's read them together, and let's discuss.
Wow.
It's a lot more self-guiding, and then a lot more, you know, writing papers, researching things, because the things that we're learning are not things that anyone else knows.
Right.
So we have to discover it for ourselves.
People are very curious about how is it like to work for Google, and I personally want to know like what kind of unique culture they have here,
Right.
or how do they build that culture?
Well, I've seen, as I said before, bring your whole self to work. So they try and celebrate all aspects. You know, we have Hindi celebrations, we have Chinese celebrations, we have you know, Irish celebrations, whatever. All different kinds of cultures. One thing that I appreciate about Google is we have what's called like a blameless culture, where if something goes wrong, and things do go wrong, we don't point fingers at whose fault it was, because that's really not productive. Like, if something goes wrong, we should have caught it. As an organization, as a system, it should have prevented the thing from going wrong in the first place. So what's more productive is, why didn't that happen, and why didn't we catch it sooner? And how can we all improve to make sure that a mistake like that can't get through the cracks again? What processes, what checks and guards do we need? They definitely take care of the employees, though. I mean, as you notice coming in, they have the free food, free, you know, like, bars and snacks. I like it up here because it's a lot more chill. A lot of my teammates have families and leave right at 5 p.m. and don't work midnight hours.
Wow.
So I've actually been chastised by my boss a few times, saying, you know, Jeff, you're gonna work yourself out. You're gonna burn yourself out and don't work so hard.
So you work too much.
Yeah.
Japanese students, so mainly high school kids watch this, and then so if you have any message or advice for students, I guess.
Well, I think it is important to learn the language of the company you want to work for.
Right.
Because, well, for example, let's say Google, you know, it's predominantly English speaking. We do have offices in other countries, but without understanding the language of the majority of the company, it's going to kind of constrain you in how much you can effectively communicate. And effective communication is very important in a global company these days.
Right.
So that's one thing I would say.
English. Yeah.
If it's Google you want, yeah, English would be the way to go. You know, if it's a Japanese company, there you go. It's fine.